Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another wonderful episode of In Your Face Readers Club, the special guest edition. Our special guest listeners tonight are going to be one Gordon Lovebottom, one Brenda Stillwick, and one Bob Glumpus. We have, of course, used different names to protect the names of the innocent and the irrelevant. Tonight we're going to be reading a very special script, The Adventures of an Unlucky Porkworm. One of my favorites, thought of from my youth. I'm Remy Hemsbottom, and here we go. No matter where life takes you, there you are. Okay, here we go. Razelpour the porkworm lived where muddy farm yards squished thrived. He wore a cap quite small and neat, and wriggled through the oozy peat. He dreamed of journeys bold and grand, of distant sights and foreign land. Someday, he said, I'll roam and see, forevermore I long to thee. And as we see, our luscious little porkworm is coming out of his filth hole to explore the world. One sunny morn, with snorts and squeals, a pig came rooting for her meals. She nosed the mud and swished her tail, and Razelpour cried, now I shall sail. He climbed a straw, then climbed some muck, then clung on tight with all his luck, which, truth be told, was rather poor, but off he rode, our Razelpour. Look at that salty little porkworm just getting all antsy and ready to rock and roll. He's got his little hat on, about to get down and dirty. Now storybook worlds are odd, it's true, where silly things can tumble through. The pig rolled onward, bright and pink, much faster than a worm could think. As soon, in one absurd transition, through breakfast's cheerful make-believe mission, Razelpour found with shocked alarm that he was bacon on a farm to table charm. Now, kids, we're going to skip exactly how Razelpour became bacon. However, for the sake of the joy of a children's book, we can see him dancing with eggs and ham and bread and all the other obscenities that one breakfast may incur. He peeked out from a crispy curl upon a plate in breakfast whirl, with eggs and toast and juice nearby. He gave a small, suspicious sigh. Then down there sat a camper merry, hungry, happy, bright, and cherry. One bite, one gulp, one breakfast storm, and in went brave Razelpour the porkworm. Oh, look how happy that little north of the border Canadian is looking down.
Illustrations.
You know, crazy artist. Inside the mouth was chomping thunder, a tongue above, white teeth down under. Razelpour clung with all his might and shot through breakfast bite by bite. Remarkable, he cried in haste, so this is where they chew and taste. Though wet and wild and rather warm, he stayed himself, calm Razelpour worm. This is like Marshall, Will, and Holly on a routine expedition.
Oh my God.
He's going on the adventure of a lifetime. Then down he slid, not by his choosing, through squishy tunnels, tightly squeezing. The esophagus gave a shove, not rough, just firm, from up above. He splashed into the stomach's brew, where bubbles burped and juices flew. He tipped his cap and gave a squirm. I've had more peaceful days, said Razelpour worm.
Oh God. Oh God.
You know, the adventures of an unlucky porkworm, but so far so good. He's still in one piece. So next came the small intestines bends, where food gives bodies strength, my friends. Bright nutrients were whisked away to help the camper hike all day. Razelpour floated wide-eyed through a glowing, twisty, gooey view. He met some microbes, small but bright, and called it gross, but quite a sight. And there he is, dancing around in the intestine. Just doing his little porkworm things. Good thing he brought his rain hat with him. Then into the large intestine deep, where things grew squishier by the sweep. The tunnel darkened, earthy brown, as water slowly soaked right down. To Razelpour, though odd and grim, it felt almost familiar to him. A muddy cave, he said with cheer. At last, a landscape I hold so dear. There's just so much filth in this little cave.
Oh my God.
I'm glad he's got a light on his hat so he can see what he's doing. Outside, the camper packed with care, a tent, a lantern, outdoor wear. Through woods and leaves and sunset gold, the trail unwound through green and cold. Inside, our worm still pressed ahead through winding roots of brownish dread. He did not know where he would land, only that fate had made it planned. There's a little exciting camper just
I
bounding
see
around.
light at the end of the tunnel.
At camp that night by firelight's glow, the camper felt a rumble low, a walk, a pause, a toilet stop, and Razelpour felt things go plop, plop, plop. The tunnel tightened, pushed and pressed. This ending, he declared, is not the best.
Oh my
He fixed
God.
his cap, stood straight and firm, and braced himself, our plucky porkworm. And see, we're going to spare you the agony of defeat in that toilet seat and just go right to the deep tunnel that lays before him. Plop, out he came in comic style, a messy, squishy, startled pile. No harm was done, no tears, no gloom. Just one more stop in digestive doom. From muddy farm to piggy ride, to bacon curl and mouth inside, through stomach, guts, and camping loo, what other worm could say this too? Surprise! There is a toilet.
Who did the illustrations?
Some unlucky camper. At last he rested on a log beside the mushrooms, moss and bog. The campsite glimmered through the trees. The night was cool with forest breeze. Razelpour smiled, my luck is thin. Outrageous adventure follows me. He tipped his cap and gave one grin. Next time my world adventure, I shall win. See, now everybody's happy. The camper's clean, Razelpour is clean, the mushrooms are clean, everyone's clean.
The end.
The end.
Well, that's one way to learn about the digestive system.
Yes, kids, as science be told, when you get to things unpleasant and pleasant, and once again, as told by the great spire, one Brother Newman, always where he needs to be, embracing his bacon with such glee. And that concludes yet another wonderful episode of the In Your Face Reader's Edition. The what is it there? The special guest listeners, both Gordon Lovebottom, Brenda Stillwick, and Bob Lumpus. I'm Kurt Kremsworth saying thank you and good night.